veterans. And a lot of guys are still struggling with like PTSD or like the repression from like their experience. What would you tell them like right now? Hey, how to get them back on their feet? I think like step one maybe.
Step one is don't take SSRIs because that's what the VA is pushing right now. Is everybody
Yeah.
should be taking SSRIs, and it's a fucking disaster.
Uh-huh.
There's no informed consent. No one should be medicating that way. You
Yeah.
have a higher chance of committing suicide on SSRIs than if you're not taking them.
Yeah.
But the other side of that is, like I said, is be useful.
Uh-huh.
That you're most likely to remove yourself from society through either suicide or homelessness because you feel useless. You feel like you don't have value. You're not. No one relies on you for anything. You have just fallen off. And the more that you can immediately kind of take ownership of that and say, I'm going to find a way to
Yeah.
give myself value, to feel like I'm providing for my fellow man. That's why we call it Guidon 22, right? The Guidon is a symbol for us in a number of different ways. For one, the Guidon was the first way on the battlefield before modern radios. Before any kind of modern communication, the Guidon was the first way that we said, "Hey, I'm here. I've got your six."
Hmm.
Right? But it's also a symbol of your unit, your community, and responsibility. When you see a change of command ceremony, they pass off the guidon, and that's symbolic of passing off that responsibility.
Yeah.
And so, what we're trying to tell veterans is like, look, go out. Like I said, don't be the guy who's just going to smoke weed and play video games for the rest of his life. That's not the guy who stood on the yellow footprints. It's not the guy who raised his hand and swore to defend the Constitution. Remember who that guy was. Find a cause to rally against in your community. Pick up
Yeah.
your guidon and lead.